A debate over a phrase. The Department of Justice is taking some heat from immigration advocates for using the term illegal alien to describe undocumented immigrants. Some calling the phrase an unfair label used to scapegoat the undocumented community. The Department of Justice, meanwhile, says they're just using language consistent with the U.S. Code. Here now to debate attorney David Wohl and Pablo Manriquez, a Democratic strategist. David, you point out that in the actual code, the phrase illegal immigrant is what it says you are to call somebody who is undocumented. Is that right?
Yes. Alien is someone who is, from the code, from a foreign country and is a citizen of that country, not a citizen of the United States. An illegal alien is someone who entered the United States and is subject to deportation should they be caught. Now, if people are wanting Mr. Trump or Jeff Sessions to engage in political correctness or sugarcoat their description of violent felons who happen to be illegal aliens, it's just not going to happen. Mr. Trump ran on a platform, as everybody knows, of not being politically correct, of telling it like it is. That's what he does. And by the way, these are terms that are generally pushed by Democrats and by the mainstream media, and that's all the more reason they're going to keep saying illegal alien.
Pablo, what is the other side of that? Because I understand that for people who, maybe if you were a dreamer or you're here and you came under difficult circumstances and you have abided by the law and you aren't a criminal, that this phrase is actually quite hurtful to people in the community.
I have absolutely no doubt that it's super hurtful. But you know what's more hurtful? Deportation. And that's where we need to focus. Honestly, the Jeff Sessions Justice Department totally has our number as an immigrant advocate community. As a senator, he was always tormenting us in any way he could from Alabama. But I want to, if you are a member of the immigrant advocacy community tonight, why not consider a different word? Let's talk about the P word for a second. Why are ICE agents allowed to walk the streets with police across their uniform? They're not police. They're Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So I'm saying that I think that the dreamers, the immigrant advocates, everybody who's pushing and failing to succeed in terms of relief or get some relief for undocumented immigrants, we need to realign our focus toward the actual issue here, and that's ICE. It's not semantics. It's nothing academic. It's not what Silicon Valley wants it to be or San Francisco, like a discussion around the campfire. This is real.
So are you
People
okay then with the phrase illegal alien, that doesn't bother you?
I said it the other day on Facebook, and a lot of people who were previously undocumented told me that that was really inappropriate. I didn't think of it that way at the time, but I respect their opinion on it, and I don't use it anymore.
So, David,
but again, I think it's a waste of time when families are getting ripped apart to talk about the names we're calling each other and wow. Guys, focus.
So, David, to that point, is the debate over this phrase of illegal alien really just a euphemism for the bigger picture, which is the concern of families being ripped apart? Even if somebody had come here illegally, that is a crime. You cannot do that. Do you think that we really should be talking about the bigger issue, as Pablo says?
Well, I mean, the reality is if you're here illegally, you should expect to be deported. Now, Mr. Trump and Sessions and ICE are not going after people. They're not storming homes. Generally, right now, they're focusing on people that are being released from jails. They're focusing on people that are convicted of felonies, violent felonies, and they're getting rid of them. And guess what? The Latino, the Hispanic community appreciates that. I work with so many from that community in Southern California, and the idea that somehow they don't like ICE, they don't like law enforcement. It's their families that are being preyed on, and they like it, and they don't mind being called illegal aliens. A lot of illegal aliens that I know are actually good people. It's a term that's being used for political expediency to go after Trump, but it's a term that doesn't mean anything
Pablo,
regarding the big picture.
In the last 30 seconds, I'll give you the last word, Pablo.
I just don't understand why we're deporting good people. I mean, David, as you said, a lot of these people are good people. I agree wholeheartedly. I have a very different experience with what I think the Hispanic community thinks about ICE. But, on the other hand of that, 45% of ICE agents are Hispanic.
All right, Pablo. We're going to have to wrap it up. Thank you so much, Pablo and David. We appreciate it. That debate will continue. We'll be right back right after this. Thanks for being a part of the story tonight. Tucker is up next. He's kicking off his week-long investigation into the MS-13 gang. Then stay tuned to see me and the rest of the gang on The 5 at 9. Have a great night.